The agenda for today, sorry to go over this for the recording, this is for obviously the people watching this on playback. So introduction from myself, Brian Pennell, Smarter Society, head of the retail team. You will know who I am. I'm the one who obviously on the high streets. Then we are going to go to what is merchandising. We're going to talk about, you know, merchandising standards and so on and so forth. Now, a lot of you might think, well, why do we need a winning window display? Now, again, that will be covered very shortly. Then the difference between physical window displays and ones from the high street and a digital window display. So obviously the websites and all the rest of the bits and pieces. Then we're going to talk about a little bit about customer rapport. Obviously the idea of a winning window display is to get customers through the door and into your shop so they can purchase stuff. But it's not, it's a bit more than that. It's about keeping that customer. Then we're going to look at unique selling points. A lot of the people that I've been working with have fantastic products, fantastic services. What are they? How can you maximize them? And then a brief summary of the webinar.
Oh, Brian, you just muted up. Can you just unmute yourself?
Apologies for that. Don't quite know what happened there, but a little bit of tech problems, but never mind. We're back up and running again. Just to go over what I was talking about. The picture, it's inviting, it's colourful, it's well laid out. It's a great bit of merchandising. So think about things like store layout, the products you choose to sell, how you arrange them, and your pricing strategy. I mean, some of these items in here are 50% off. There's a sale on some of the items. Again, think about all of these bits and pieces. This is to entice the customer in, but once they're there, it's to get them to purchase. It's all well and good having fantastic displays, but if there's no invite to buy, you're not going to get the sale, which is exactly why we do this type of thing. Yeah, there's many opportunities you can get from a decent display, and obviously it will pull customers from the high street, from websites, you know, onto your website, because it's inviting and it's the place that people want to shop. So, well, you know, why do we need a winning window display in the first place? Now, over the last couple of years, I say more than a couple of years, since what, 10, 20 years, customers are demanding more, and you need to stand out. And the thing you need to bear in mind with this type of thing, high streets need to up their game. It's straightforward. Customers are demanding a lot more than they were 10 or 20 years ago. And you think of like the likes of Aldi or Lidl when they first came into the English market. It was stack it high, sell it cheap. Now they're evolving. They're up in their game, and they're giving the likes of Tesco's and Sainsbury's, you know, the usual winners in the big supermarkets, a real headache. So they're up in their game. They're changing because customers want more. They demand and expect more. And they also can demand a consistent message across the window displays, and we'll talk more about that later. So as you can see from, you know, you're competing against the big retailers out there, and we're going to help you with ways of beating them, or at least competing on a level playing field. So what are the benefits to you as a business or a shop? What are the business for your shop or as a business owner? Well, there's, you know, over the short, medium and long term, you need to think about these 3 times. Now, more customers will enter the store if it's inviting, if it's clean, if it's all of these bits and pieces we talked about. You'll get more linked purchases because they'll come in because the window displays are displaying pots and pans. which is fantastic. They look good, they're inviting the customer in, they're in that market. You've got an opportunity to build on that purchase because they're in, the satisfaction that their customers get. They may come in for a pot or a pan, but they may need other cooking utensils. Bear these type of things in mind. When a customer is satisfied, it increases their level of loyalty to you. Now, if they go in there, they get served properly, they're going to come back. It will help move your inventory faster because you're selling more, the flow of products is helping. Obviously, if you're selling fresh products, then you have short life products, the faster the flow, the better for you. Over the short, medium and long term, think of it, you're selling more now, you will invest in the medium term and it will make you a stronger business over the long term. But longer term, it will improve your business confidence and things like staff turnover are reduced because it's a nicer place to work. So all of these types of bits and pieces, key retail philosophies are improved, and obviously it's going to be key to survival in real terms. So what are benefits to the area and the community? Again, short, medium and long term. Improves the look and feel of the high street. Improves, people that won't move away to the nationals, they'll come back to the high street because it's a nice place to shop. It's an interesting place to look at. Confidence in the area grows. You'll get vacant units getting snapped up, and in fact, funny enough, it will have an impact on crime because crime thrives in places where there is not a lot of business confidence, not a lot of confidence, and all the rest of it. This will help that. So, your physical window display on the high street. Just like you to take a brief look at this picture. It's a typical high street. What do you see? What do you see in this picture? Do you see people are busy and in a hurry? Yep. Not paying much attention to the shop fronts? Again, yep. That's a fair comment. Poorly presented clothes on a rail on the left-hand side? Again, yep, not a problem. And rubbish on the floor. All of these things are true. However, perhaps look at, what you could be seeing, a busy and bustling high street. There's many, many customers out there, customers with bags of shopping. They bought that stuff from somewhere. Customers on their mobiles, perhaps shopping or on social media. You need to do more to get these people's attention. Now, as you can see, Selfridges are past masters at grabbing people's attention. This is obviously they've been doing it for years, and they're famous for it. Now, it's not necessarily impossible for you to have displays that compete with this. It doesn't cost money; it just takes imagination. Again, this course will help you with that. But basics, shall we say? Are your windows clean? Are they well maintained? If they're dirty and all the rest of it, the customers can't see the products. Straightforward, basic. I understand that these are all basic, but you need to redress them. Do you have much in the window? A busy or overcrowded window can take the focus away from the products that you're trying to sell. Are the current messages in that window valid? Are they up to date? Are they faded? Are they dirty? Are they peeling off? There's all of these types of bits and pieces, again, make a difference on the impression of your shop and the window. Customers will not come into a shop unless they absolutely have to. If it's not clean, it's tidy, it's well presented. Things like old sale POS, sale. The sale is a limited period, like promotion. But if it's there all year, it takes, it loses impact. It's not the message that you want to come across. You want to come across. Is it well lit? I'll give you an example. When I go shopping, if it's raining or if it's very sunny, I will seek shelter in an area where there's a canopy coming over because of the protection it provides me. Now, if there's a shop attached to that, I'm going to be looking at the shop window. Again, great ways of just enticing the customer in, thinking about why that customer would want to come into your shop or get your services. So choosing the correct products can be a real art form. So think about the product or products. Do they link? Are they appropriate for the time of year? You wouldn't obviously sell heating products in the summer, for argument's sake. Again, the time frame of promoting specific products is key. Is the product correct for the time of year? Do you have linked products with it? Like I've talked about the pots and pans. Do you have any other kitchen utensils? Is it clean? Is it well displayed well? Is it prominent? All of these parts, again, the customer will see these types of, will see these and understand that, oh, this is a well-maintained, that they care about it. And I like that product. Is it well priced? Is it priced? Is it on promotion? You know, some of these items that you sell are unique to West London. I know that. I've seen them. I've never ever seen these products elsewhere. You know, shout about it, get it out there. Is the lighting right? Can you read what's on the features about the product? Can you see the product? You know, is the product aimed at your customer base? All of these types of questions are key for a winning window display. Please bear that in mind. If all of the or some of the above are correct, you're more likely to get customers to come in. Maybe that that customer who wasn't intending to purchase anything sees your display, likes what they see, comes in, and then you've got a sale that you may not necessarily have had if you didn't do these types of merchandising techniques. Next slide. Sorry, guys. So let's look at a window display. Would you say this was good or bad? What were your first impressions? Would you want to go in? So let's look at it. So the message that these guys are trying to, from what we've learned, from what I've said in the last slide, what could we possibly do to make this a little bit more appealing? So the point of sale, for instance, the weather changes, knock your jacket. It's a bit lost. If we're perhaps moving that so it's more in, more in your face. This is an outdoor shop that sells premium outdoor products that people want. I mean, I shop in these types of places. I love the brands. Make more of the brands. There's no pricing. Price the items. Where's the promotions? It's a shop window to entice me to go into there. The choice of products. I mean, okay, this is obviously a winter coat type display. So you've seen the point of sale, black, the cloud on it at the back. Again, that's a nice piece of point of sale. Perhaps it would have been better to put it where the blue North Face thing is on the right hand side. Use what you've got. You don't necessarily have to spend hundreds of pounds on point of sale, but use it cleverly, use it wisely, use it so it does a job for you. Use of props here, for instance, the logs at the bottom. It's lost. It needs to be, that's a nice idea. Get one of the mannequins, I don't know, holding the logs or whatever the case is. There is key points in here that would make this display much more appealing. The lighting, for instance, perhaps a board to isolate the products, to draw your eye onto the products alone. Or again, another key area that could be improved in this picture. Next slide. Okay, inside displays. In certain cases, your shop window could display what you've got inside. Again, good or bad. First impressions, would you want to shop in here? In this instance, it's a bit busy. I would suggest perhaps less is more. I mean, the amount of cost of these products as well, if you think about it, the stock holding of this picture here is astronomical. In certain cases, less is more. The sale sign, we've already discussed that. what's on sale, what rail is on sale, what's the saving? Is it 10%? Is it 50%? Is it 80%? Again, look at these types of bits and pieces. It will help you. It reduces confusion. Now, what type of garment is where in the shop? Make the customer flow nice and easy. Make the customer understand what clothing is where. Make the customer's journey enjoyable, straightforward, easy to browse. And again, talking about lighting, you don't need more lighting. You make better use of the lighting you've got, for instance. I mean, as you can see in this photo, there's lights everywhere, but some of it's quite dark. They're angleable, so angle them. Perhaps put the actual type of clothing description above the actual clothing area. So it's straightforward. If I want a jumper, I go straight through to jumpers. Sale items, 20% off, 30%, you know what I'm talking about, on the rail on the left-hand side. All of these types of things build confidence in the customer that, yes, this is a genuine sale item. It was X amount and it's now 20% less. I like that. Again, if it's too busy to search, most people won't do it. I certainly won't. So just bear all of these type of things in mind, if you will. And again, where these philosophies have been adopted in the past, there has been a significant improvement in sales, confidence, loyalty, and all of what we're talking about. Digital display. Now, window display, think of it, there's website, it could be anything, and they play hand in hand. Customers will go online, will look at your website, and then come to your store. They'll go to your store, they like what they see, they go online. They feed each other. It's a lovely way of doing business, because your online presence will back up your store presence, and your store presence will back up your online presence. Don't fear the internet, it can help you. Yeah, but again, it's imperative that you have a consistent message. If you are, again, work out what you're doing with the internet, work out what you're doing with your store. Do you, for instance, have extra lines on your internet site that you might be special order? Again, let complement each other, but make it clear, make it a consistent message. Advertise your website in your store. You're paying for a service, use it. Update it, keep it current, keep people coming on. When customers come into the store, advertise your website. That way they get best of both worlds. Now, think about platforms. It might be unrealistic for you to have a website. So there's many other platforms. Again, we'll talk about them shortly. We will show you ways of other platforms where you can have said window displays. So, first of all, do you have a digital shop window? Is it current and up to date? We talked about this. Is it linked? Is it linked to the Google profile? Most people, if they're looking for something, they'll get their mobile out, or they'll get the computer or tablet, and they'll go on Google. They'll search for whatever the case is. Again, these are new customers, and obviously existing customers will have different ways of doing so, bits and pieces. Does the Google profile link to your website? Is it up to date? Is it current? Think about all of these types of things. Obviously, I keep going on about website, but there's Facebook, there's eBay, there's many platforms that you can use. And again, I'll show you some of them shortly. Do you use your website to get people into the store, or do you sell from it? Is it like an eBay type? Can you purchase stuff from there? You need to get all of these types of these messages consistent. So let's show you what so you've got a couple of them here. Uber Eats for the type of food outlets. All of these types of places. You may even Gumtree. Why would I want to sell on Gumtree? Again, some of your products, say for instance, older products, out of superseded products, unfashionable. Some of you guys sell clothing. Fashions go in and out. Perhaps these could be useful to get rid of old stock, or stock of some kind. Think of not just selling in one place or two places. Open up the possibility that you could go elsewhere. eBay, we all know that there's a cost implication against them. Etsy, not on the high street. These have all got, weigh it up. Will it be suitable for you to display your products and sell your products on it? If it is, consider it. Obviously, a load of these are social media and you've got your other ways of doing it, but you can promote on all of these pretty much free of charge in some cases. So if it's free, why not use it? It's a medium, it's a way to promote and get your products out there to find the customers that you need to continue. I can guarantee you, your customers do it, so why not yourselves? You know, there's competition out there that are up in their game, left, right, and centre. This will help you bring it back to them. Customer rapport, it's a big one. So you've done your window display, it's fantastic. People are coming in. So again, you need to continue what your merchandising has started. And what I mean by that is acknowledge the customer, say hello, break the ice. It's called an icebreaker. A smile costs nothing, and it really sets the mood that you're going to be, you know, you'll want to sell to this customer. A smile and a hello literally costs you nothing. And again, you'll see the customer relax. Is your store as well set out as your window? Again, they all need to be consistent message. Great window, great website, great merchandising standards inside. Easy for the customer to purchase from, easy for them to walk around, easy to find what they want, where they want it at a price they want to pay. So when you get the customers in there, you build a great rapport. I've seen some of you do it and it's fantastic. It could be a customer for life. And that is the way we need to get customers coming back time and time again, spending with us, enjoying themselves while they're with you. A happy customer will tell 5 people. An unhappy customer will tell many, many more. Don't go in there, no, you know, they don't do this, they don't do that. It's not a nice thing to hear your shop or your service being, you know, trounced by a customer that doesn't really like what the services that you provide. When I ran my own business many years ago, there were customers who specifically came in and asked for me time and time and time again. My team were there, they were trained, my products were all, but they wanted to speak to myself, and I'm proud of that. I still speak to some of them now, and it's a great skill to have when you have customers coming back and back and back over years, because they're the ones that will keep you afloat and give you and build your confidence. It's a lovely thing to have. Again, small talk. Weather's terrible today, weather's hot, you know what I'm talking about, you've been doing it for years. But again, it relaxes customers. If you think about the pandemic, customers didn't have much interaction over the pandemic. We're out of the pandemic now, but again, they might seek that interaction. Again, but look at things like body language. If a customer comes in, you acknowledge them, hi, yeah, I'm just looking. You can kind of read whether you're going to need to use small talk or whether you're going to need to help them or whatever. Just read the signs, read the body language of the customers, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Customers don't like to be hounded either, so there's a fine line and you need to find it. So, I love this picture because it's so true. Customers and consumers, do you know the difference? Very, very easy, nice picture, completely nails it. Who buys your product doesn't necessarily use the product. So in this case, it's a lady buying an apple for her son. So who do you market to? Do you market to both of them or one of them? So have you heard, also one other little one of it, have you heard of a terminology called pester power? That is where children want a product, want a service, or want something, and they pester their parents, mummy, 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 daddy, 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 I want, I want, I want. It's a very, very, very powerful thing to do. They normally win, depending upon the parent or the kid or whatever the case is. But I'm sure the parents out there will understand pester power. Well, it's a terminology. It's proven. Use it. If you're having a great window display, why not have 2 levels of a window display? An adult eye line, for instance, and a child eye line. Double whammy. Mummy, I want to go in this shop. I want that product. There you go. You've won. The customer comes in, they get the pester power. I want that, I want that, I want that. Think about these types of things. Double layer, it works wonders. I used to use this a lot, and you can see it in action. Don't take my word for it. Try it, see it. It is extremely powerful. The golden, can I have customer? Customer walks in, loves what you've done on the display. I'll have that pot and pan set. Excellent. Thank you very much. Wonderful. Win sale. That customer's already decided that they want a product. You've got a golden opportunity to offer appropriate special offers. Did I mention, I know I'm getting you that, that's lovely, thanks very much for that purchase. Did I mention that we've got a special offer on the utensils that you can use with the pots and pans, for argument's sake? You know, I don't need to tell you what add-on products would need to be. Read the customer. No, I'll just have that. Okay, you don't want to sell the add-ons or the other special offers and lose the original sale. Bear that in mind. You know, if you're too much on the adult, they'll just walk out because there's a fine line. Again, that customer, that little bit of extra, oh, did you know this product does this, this, and this? 2 seconds it will take you to just, you know, if you look around, if you've not got any other customers, that customer, that golden can I have customer is your key focus. Give them a little bit of extra service. Tell them about the product. Make them feel good about the purchase. They'll come back time and time again because they like the way you speak in terminology that they will understand. I'm a very, very techie guy, but when I'm talking about computers or whatever, I will put it in terms that I believe that they will understand or appreciate. And what I mean by that is I don't break it down and make them feel, you know, silly or whatever the case is. I break it down and compare it to easy to understand terminologies. Like this computer has more brain power than this one. It will operate twice as fast as this one. This one has more permanent storage than this one. You can store 10,000 photos on that and 20,000 photos on that. Quantify it so they can understand exactly what's going on, so they understand where they're going with it. And they understand, once they believe this, again, be obviously polite and be very truthful. Don't lie about products because they'll catch you out. But describe the differences. The golden can I have customer probably knows exactly what they want. Fine, fair enough. But 1 or 2 add-on suggestions is not going to upset them. They might tell you no, they might say, oh, that's a great suggestion. Thank you very much. Again, customer loyalty, and they'll keep coming back and back for the same service. Unique selling points. Now, I've touched upon this. There are retailers that we're working with who have great products. They're unique, they're specialist, and they're country or region specific. You know your customers better than anybody else. You've been in business, you may not have been in business. Read your customers, know your customers, look at customers through your eyes. You're a customer, so what is it that you like? Are you targeting a specific type of customer? Are the foods or are the products that you're selling specific to a region, and that's the type of target customer you're after? Think of these types. Religion specific. Some people cannot and will not touch certain products. Bear that in mind. if you're targeting a specific customer and you've got a product that you know they're not going to want to be anywhere near, distance it from them, make them comfortable. Are you the cheapest in the area? If you've got a shop over the other side of the road that's selling the same product, £10 cheaper than you, it doesn't take it. It's not difficult to understand that the customer might go there shopping, and or the other thing is customer remorse. Try and avoid customer remorse. They purchase it from you for £50. They walk over the road while they're browsing in the window and they see it for £10 cheaper. Customer remorse. That customer will not come back, or if they do come back, they're going to likely ask for a refund. So think about all of these types of products, these types of problems. Look at it through the customer's eyes. If you have unique products that no one else has, shout about it, your window, put it on your social media, put it on get the message consistent across all of your windows, but shout about it. You've got something they haven't. That will bring customers in. It always will. So, quick summary. Understand I've been talking you to death. Apologies for that. But these points are key, and they will help you, even if you do a couple of them. They will, try 1, 2, or 3 changes over the next couple of weeks, couple of days, within a week. They will help. Like I said, when we put these changes in place elsewhere, they have paid dividends and they have given money back. Some of these ideas cost nothing. Just a bit of time, a bit of imagination. So with that, check out good examples on other high streets or online. I'm not telling you exactly how your window display should look. That's individual. That's your USP. That's your unique selling point. You need to discover what that is. Go out there, find it, see what you like, see what you don't like. The pride you will get from that will be immeasurable. And trust me, it works. Again, look through the eyes of your customer. Put down tools, walk out, look at the window. Look at it. If you didn't own that business, or you weren't a manager of the business or whatever, look at that and think, what do I honestly think? What could I improve? Is my website and my window aligned? Are they consistent? Is the message right? Is it the right time of year? Small changes today will help you tomorrow. Now, we understand the challenge that we're faced because we've had similar changes to you. Again, we are here to help, you know that, but we continue to believe because there are people here that care and we're available for you, as you know. And that is about it. So thank you very much for that. I believe we're going to take any questions